Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, welcome back to some more Wonderland Secret Worlds. Alright, it's time to go to the creepy keep, starting off with the entrance, because I don't know where else you'd start off, but okay. So, this level involves, I don't know the exact word for it, but you push these things one space too far, they blow up in your face, you die. Now they do float in the water like a box, so you only need one in order to get across water, alright? Okay. Can't push them into keys, by the way, and if you trap one of these bomb guys, they'll blow up the kegs, but careful because that explosion from the kegs can still hurt you. So just watch me do it, and perhaps then you'll figure out how to do it, if you're actually gonna play this game, that is. Alright, so, okay. And you hold this down, and he's gonna go boom. Bam. Okay? Just like that. Now let's get some of those. And then we'll hold that down. Okay. So far, so decent, I suppose. Not a world record time, but I'm not trying to speed run it, though the sooner I complete it, the better, because that means a quicker rendering time and a smaller video file size. Alright, so this is going to be a bit tricky. No, I'm going to have to, right? Alright, let's do it. I can do it. All I have to do is push this in once, and it should be... Oh, actually! There's a few different ways I could do this. Okay. I could push 3 of these in. But I don't think I want to do... Okay, well. Alright, let's do that. I'll push that in. He'll go... Which way is he going? Oh, he blew himself up. Well, alright then. That worked nicely. I've got all the keys. And there are the last 2 bonuses. Alright! Got everything! Woo! Onward to the next level! Alright, friend slash foe. It's not friend or foe, it's just friend slash foe. Okay. So, we got Stinky. Alright. Oh, Aha! Igaha! That worked out nicely. Alright. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need to push that into the water, but there's a specific way you have to push each of these into the water, otherwise this won't work. Okay? So we gotta get these keys, or we gotta get the 1 key before we can move on. Alright? And don't push the kegs into the fire explosion, or into the little fires. Push a regular box into those. Push a keg into it, you'll die. Okay, so I'd strongly advise using the kegs to get as bridges and using the boxes to stop the fires. Alright. Okay. So I need to get a box in their way. So give me a moment to do that. If I get a box in their way, it'll force them to... You see, they like to go around the perimeter of a certain shape, so if I put a box there, that'll do the trick. Now I can, I could trap him there, but I believe I need both of them, so yeah. Okay. There we go, ta-da! Like that. Okay. If I may say so, this is probably my least favorite place in the game. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting concept, a haunted mansion level. Anyway, we gotta get one of these kabooms to go up there. Once he does, I'll trap him in there. These boxes will explode, and I'll be able to get that key. So watch and learn. He's trapped, and then bam. Take that. Let's move this down. Ooga booga 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 booga. There we go. Alright. Okay, so let's get this bonus, and then I have to trap this kaboom in there without getting myself blown up. This is probably going to be the more tricky of the 2 kabooms, but I should be able to do it nonetheless. Alright, there we go, ta-da! Last 2 keys. Alright, now I have to get this box all the way over there. Sorry. Probably clear my throat before I record these things. Anyway. And now I push that to the fire. And level complete with everything collected. Huzzah! That's what I'm talking about. Guess we're already finding a way out. Even though it's just the 3rd level of this place. So, certainly a colorful level in terms of obstacles. Still a dark level, but colorful with all these random things. Anyway, we got to get that chomper over there. So the kaboom will go. So the kaboom will go and blow himself up. Okay. And now that chomper's dead. All right. So this is a bit tricky. This involves doing things in a very specific order. Otherwise, you'll screw it up. So follow what I do. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I don't even remember anymore. It's been a little while since I played. I mean, I know I'm doing each of these levels in a separate recording, and I'm just putting in the perfect attempts together, but it's still been a little while since I played this game, so I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out. Okay. So, we need to get those keys. But, obviously there is some fire things in the way. So, we got to go around here and then push this box outward. Yeah, how you're supposed to figure that out, I don't know, but you are. Okay. Okay. There we go. That should do it. Alright, gotta get that key down there. Gotta get those keys over there. And those are the last 7. That's what the bonus is. I don't know. There's 2 there. I don't know where the last bonus is. I don't know. We'll see. Really? Oh, that's right there. Okay. Alright. So, I gotta think about how I want to do. Okay, so I guess I can just go take that. That floor will disappear, so you do not go all the way to the other side. Just take the key and then go back the direction from which you came. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to get this yellow switch stepped upon. Right? Yeah. I think that's what you're supposed to do. I don't remember anymore. It's kind of bad when the walkthrough doesn't remember what to do. Alright. Yeah. There we go. Now I gotta get out. Alright, now I gotta make sure I don't get killed by this rock, and I should be good to go. Alright, bonus. Let's go. Alright. Alright, I just gotta get those keys, those 2 bonuses, and I'll have another perfect level. Okay, and last key obtained. Let's go. Or let's wait for a second, and then let's go. Alright, yeah, woo! There we go. Another yellow circle on the map. That's what I'm talking about. The dungeon. Of course it would be in the corner of the castle. For this level we actually get to use all 3 of our characters as opposed to just 1. But we have to do this accordingly. There's a very specific way we're supposed to get out of here, and that's to put the keg on that blue switch. You don't do that, your whole level is ruined. Seriously. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which character you use to get what. Just bear in mind that there are going to be ghosts that are going to be wandering throughout this level, and they don't really have a specific walking path, if I recall correctly, so that's going to be troublesome. I'd strongly advise getting those keys first, because that's going to be the end of the level there, and if once you hit a specific switch, you won't be able to go back. So, yeah, alright. There we go. Alright. Get that. Now, I think the ghosts should be coming out now, because I hit that one switch. Oh, no, they're in... Oh, yeah, I think they can come out of there somehow. I don't remember. Alright, so... Peeg moving. Skype's going off. Sorry. Alright, I'm trying to think of more ways... Friggin' shut up, Skype! Shut up! See, this is why you don't leave Skype on when you're recording, but I kind of need to have it on because I'm waiting for an important message, but I'm also in a group conversation at the same time, so I'm just getting a bunch of messages from that. But... yeah. I'm trying to think of more enthusiastic ways to do this commentary, but I kind of can't. Oh, if you want to put out the fires without destroying a block, you put one of these clear blocks on it. I guess the ghost blew himself up because of the keg, so that kind of works out nicely. Okay, so we need to get those fires out. So we need to get this clear block over there. This will be important later. It's, again, there's not really a specific order in which you're supposed to do this. Oh, whoops. Okay, so I can wrap around and do this. Okay, there we go. There's not really a specific order. It's just the way I'm doing it is the way I would encourage doing it, because you might screw yourself over in the end and you won't realize it till you're super close to the end of the level. So, yeah, okay, so we have one more key to get. I know where it is. I know what I'm doing. But there's bonuses here, so let me just go ahead and get those. Where's the other bonus? Did I already get it? I probably already got it. Okay. So here's what we need to do. We need to create a little... Oh, okay, that doesn't work. Oh, whatever. There's the last bonus. Okay, so now here's the tricky part. Once you roll that rock, you will not be able to get the... Once you start rolling that rock, it gets a little difficult. You might mess yourself over. That's why I advise getting all the stuff you can over here first. So now... Okay, wait patiently. And go! Okay. Alright, Peeg is out. Now we just need to get Loof. Alright, and okay. Let's do it. Did it. Cool. Got it. With another yellow circle. Alright, I'm on a roll. Next level. Courtyard, center of the castle. Of course, when I start recording, I get another Skype message. I assure you guys, I don't get this many Skype messages when I'm not recording. I do get Skype messages, just not this many. It's like the second I start recording, they want to keep messaging me. I rest my case. So those bonuses are obviously possible to get, but they were difficult, so I'm not going to take my chances. Alright, so there's a specific way you're supposed to do everything so it works out nicely in the end. So you need to push that one into the side, and then we need to get this box up. Okay. I'll do it. Oh my god, Skype, please. Okay. Take a chill pill. Okay. So, I'm not going to be able to get all the bonuses, but a few more points doesn't hurt, I guess. So now we need to get... This will be important later. I need to get this... I need to get these two... Oh no, I just need to get that one. Okay, that box over to the left will be used for something else later. For now, let's just get Stinky through here. Just gather these keys. Alright. And that'll get us that one. Alright. So we're more than halfway there in terms of keys. That doesn't necessarily mean we're halfway done with the level. It does get a bit tricky later. Okay. So let's make our way back. Here we go. Alright. So we need to get both of them over here. Okay? So Stinky's already over there. Let's get Loof over here. Alright. There you go. So let's get this box, okay? Make sure that kaboom doesn't kill us. Alright. That's why you need the box. Okay, so that kaboom is gonna end up coming back. And when it does, it's gonna go on a very it's kinda gonna get stuck, but I'm hoping it gets crushed by the spikes. Oh, okay, cool. Now for the other one. Perfect! On previous attempts, I couldn't get that to work, but so I'm glad it works now. Alright. So we got this keg here. Obviously, kabooms are gonna blow that up. Let's continue on. I don't know what else to say, I'm sorry! Okay, so we gotta wait for that kaboom to come back up, and the second it turns back around... Alright, let's go. And blow yourself up. Okay, cool. So far, so decent, I suppose. Ooga booga 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 booga. Alright, so here we go. Gotta immediately push that into the water. Let's get Stinky. Yeah, okay. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! Alright. Now... can finish the level. Yeah, I missed two bonuses. I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Now I just gotta get Stinky out of here, and I gotta hope that he doesn't die. Alright, we should be good. Let him do it. Unfortunately, this is the first level where I didn't get all the bonuses, at least in this area. I mean, I missed a few levels earlier, but whatever. Level complete! Huzzah! Ooga booga 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 booga. Onward then to this one. This place is most certainly haunted! Okay. Only just now realizing that. Okay. So there, that boulder is right where we want it. Let's let this ghost go on through. Okay, there you go. Yeah, those ghosts have weird moving patterns. Can't really predict it. See, it was like Skype was super calm. Skype was super calm. I got maybe like one message, and now the second I start recording, oh well. Okay, whatever. An ice block can certainly be a useful tool. You can use it to stop the rocks. With a wood box, you can't use that. And there we go. Okay, so that stopped both of them. Even though I really just need the one. Okay. There we go. Alright, now I gotta get the other one. So, if you want to push this rock downward, there we go. Okay. Now let's get it in the same place as the other one. Bam. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's roll the rock into there, and this should do it. Now, I don't know if... Okay, the ghosts can start coming this way. Alright. You can do this, though. I can do it. And this will be our way out. Now I gotta make sure I don't kill myself. Oh, God. Ah! Oh, my God. Okay. I did it. Let's get those. Please, let me just get these. Yellow circle! Yay! Woo! Okay, next one. The Moat. This level took me a few tries. I think I've got it now. Alright, alright. It's a very specific way of doing it, as usual. It's kinda like one of the levels in one of the first areas where it taught you that you should stand in little gaps so you can push these boxes, though I guess a lot of levels do that now. Whatever. Basically, we're building a bridge, okay? We're building a bridge to get across the water so we can complete the level. And all the while doing so, we have to collect these keys. Alright, so it's Loof and Peeg on this level, a specific way of doing things. Alright, alright. Yeah, I've definitely messed this level up several times. Hopefully this is the attempt where I get it right. It's just a very specific way that you have to do it all. Now, the second I get one of these keys, he's going to be on the run. So, okay, let's get that. He's still fine. If I get that bonus or this key, alright. There we go. There you go. Ah, yeah, he's dead. Okay. Now, to make my way back, push that rock there. Push that rock there. Yay, now I can get back. Okay. Now, that box, we'll need to go over there. I think that's usually how I messed it up before. I usually just pushed that box into the water. I was like, oh, right. That's right. I'm making a bridge. Okay. So, again, all these boxes have to be pushed in a very specific way. So, like, this next one I'm about to push as Peeg, you push it once. So you can get all the other stuff. Alright. Then we gotta push this back, and then we gotta have Loof push it down. Okay, so now, I don't know if that Kaboom will blow himself up by the fire or not. I haven't really made it this far. I do need one more block, and that's the block that's gonna do the trick. So, let's go. Okay, cool. He blew himself up. Alright. Let's go ahead and gather our stuff. There we go. Get our keys. Yeah! Aha! The Drawbridge is in sight! That's right. I don't remember what voices I had for these guys. It's been a while since I played. Alright. Let's keep it going. I thought we just crossed a bridge, but okay. No, I played this level a couple times and messed me up as well. Again, a very, very, very specific way you're supposed to do this level. Alright? Okay. So, what we need to do is push these boulders down. We're kind of creating another bridge, but while creating it, we have to take away from another bridge. Alright? So we're going to be pushing that iron block back and forth so we can roll these rocks downward as Stinky. A clever level concept is just so unforgiving. You mess one thing up, it's ruined. There's no fixing it. If you hear a garbage truck, I'm sorry. I'm finishing this level anyway. Okay. So that boulder needs to go there so we can push the other boulders onto those switches. And again, there's a very specific way you're supposed to do this. You take like one bonus coin and then you roll these other ones there. Okay? And that'll do it. Now we can technically collect the bonuses, I think. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay, so this is a part that also screwed me over several times. There's one that you're specifically supposed to push, and it's that one. You're supposed to push that one straight down so you can get the other ones. Okay? Okay. You may be wondering, how does that work? Well, it works because we can push that one out, which is what we need to do so we can finish making our little drawbridge. Okay? Because a wood block can float on its own. And then we need 2 steel blocks. Or whatever else will work. Okay, so I messed that up several times, just so you guys know. Okay, so now we have to push this back to the other side. Again, many ways you can. There's different ways you can do this part, but if it's like you push it one space too far, you're done. Okay, now we got to get this steel block. Garbage truck. All right, whatever. I'm sorry, commentary. I'm sorry, my fans that are watching this for the commentary or whatever. First, you have the Skype going off. Then we got a garbage truck. All right, level complete. Now I just gotta get these guys over there. I have to be really dumb to screw it up now. There's Loof, and obviously, if you're watching this level, it means I completed it. If you're watching this video, it means that this is the completed attempt of me beating this level. Alright, here we go! Huzzah! Level complete. Lookout tower. Lookout tower! Lookout tower! Here I come! Just stinky for this level. But, again, this level is very, very specific with how you do things. Okay, you can't push one block too far, you have to do things in a specific order, so on and so forth. Okay? So, what we're doing is we're pushing all these blocks into a specific way so I can later gather those keys and later create a mini bridge so I can get across and get those keys to the right. There's a very specific way you have to do it, so please just follow my every move. Okay. There we go. Now I can get those because those sides will be blocked. Those blocks will come into play a little later. Or boxes, blocks, whatever you want to call them. For now, let's get our mini bridge going. Okay? This one has to go first. You gotta push the middle one first. Okay. So now I gotta push this back up. Okay. As for this one, okay, let's just get that key for now, just in case. We're gonna end up pushing a box onto that middle box, if that makes sense. There's like 3 spaces there. I have the top one and the middle one filled. We're gonna put another box on that middle one so that I can later push it downward. What we're supposed to do is we're supposed to push this one. So right now we're trapping ourselves in. That's fine. We gotta wrap around, and we've got to push this box downward. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. I know my commentary isn't super enthusiastic right now. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do the more explanational commentary than the, all right, let's get enthusiastic and talk about something that's irrelevant to the video. Yeah. I don't know. It's like a little enthusiasm spurt. All right, here we go. So we're gonna push this to here. All right. This should do it. Ta-da! Everything is complete on this level. Almost all yellow circles. Just that one in the middle. Ugh. Let's do this one. Okay. The way out. This is the way out, but we still have like another level after this that still takes place inside of here. So we're not getting out just yet. For now, let's destroy all these boxes, and then destroy all those boxes, and then the rock will fall in the water. Now that water is not too important for us. All it helps us do is dispose of that rock. What we need to do, and you can do this in one of 2 orders. We need to get the keys at the top, and we need to get the keys at the bottom. Regardless of whatever order you do it in, there is still a specific way that you have to do it. There's a specific way you're supposed to push each of the blocks so that you're able to play through the level and so that you break a certain amount of boxes. Obviously the iron boxes won't break, but the wood ones will. So you kind of have to time it perfectly. Okay? Okay. So that goes in the lava. And again, you can't push wood boxes into lava. You can use 2 iron boxes though. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. There we go. Huzzah. Okay, man, I'm getting kind of tired. Sorry, I don't mean to bore you guys either. I'm just trying to complete this. Darn it, Skype, be quiet. I'm busy solving puzzles with smiley faces. Okay, okay. Alright, now Peeg can finally come into action. All we need to do is, we need to take one of those. Those will all get themselves killed. And that white little space will be filled. Okay, so we're going to have to get the other characters here later. But for now, what we need to do is destroy that wood box using reflectors. So we have to reflect it in such a way that it gets over there. There's only one way to do it. We need to use the bottom cannon to do this. So, wherever space feels comfortable. Okay, and then we gotta get this other one. And that will destroy this wood box so we can get over there. So I need to push this down one. Wait for this to fire again. That should do it. Okay. There you go, nice little shot. Okay, there we go. Now we can get the other characters over here. Just need to be a little careful. As a matter of fact, we will need will need another reflector. So leave these there for now. Just be a little careful. Be cautious. Don't get killed now. Obviously, if you're watching this video, it means this is the attempt where I completed it. Okay. So we need to have one character on that switch. We need to have one character down in the little gap down there, which is Stinky. All right. Here, now we need to push that up. And then we gotta get this last reflector there. Okay, so Pig, you stay there. Okay, Stinky can go here. This will help us destroy these boxes over here to the right, so that we can actually finish the level. Now you can't get the kabooms to destroy them, unfortunately. There you go. There you go. Okay. Now we can go ahead and finish the level. I have all the keys. We don't have to worry about the cannons getting us because there's now a pink laser in the way. Okay, I'm missing 2. Oh well. That's probably not gonna be completed. Alright, Forever Forest is another area, but we won't be going there next. You'll see why at the end of this video if you guys are still watching by then. So not the way out just yet. You gotta go to this level. Okay, so on your way out, you gotta watch your step. Okay, this is the actual last level of the Creepy Keep. And it's a tricky one. These levels are just like, you can just tell they're decorated with various obstacles. They just are. Again, there's a specific way you have to do this, especially if you want to get all the bonuses like I'm going to try to do. I think I've got it memorized by now. You don't want anything to get destroyed necessarily. You do, it's over. We're done. And you've only got Stinky, so you can't use characters. You can't keep characters in corners and gaps and stuff. You only got Stinky, so you got to plan everything perfectly. So what we're going to need to do is create little bridges, I guess, to get across the water. We can use 1 wood box or 2 rocks, boulders, whatever. Okay? Bam. Then we got to get that one. Okay. That goes up. So you don't want to get any of these things trapped in corners, alright? I can get those 2. That's going to have to go to the right, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, that one goes to the right. Goes down. We roll that there. Again, don't take the bonuses yet either. Save those for later. Okay. Got it. Alright. Now I can get this one. Alright. Now we got to get those ones in the bottom left. Also, if you want to destroy those kegs, we're going to have to roll a boulder into it. So that's where that last boulder is going to come into play. I guess we can do that first. Now, we can't roll it to the left. We have to roll it this way. We have to. Otherwise, it'll be right next to the kegs. We won't be able to roll it into the kegs, and we won't be able to roll it out. So that's specifically how you're supposed to destroy those kegs, okay? Okay. So now let's make our way down here. And we're going to use the last wood block to finish our little bridge. Just make sure it doesn't get destroyed by the spikes, because it can. There we go. All right. Let's get these. Wait a moment. There we go. And then let's get those 2 bonuses on the other side, and we'll be done with this level. Okay, yeah, I'll go for it. There we go. All right. Excellent. Done with this level. Huzzah. Okay, that's the last of the creepy keep. Now we can do this level. And now I messed up on this level a couple times. Technically, this is the first level of Forever Forest, and this is another area, but after this level, we'll learn that we can't go into the Forever Forest just yet, so I'm going to count it as part of Creepy Keep. Forever Forest is a later level. It is letting us do this level. But yeah, Forever Forest is much later. We still have to go through a mountainous region and to an island. Okay, so we got this nice catchy music again, though. All right, so all those kabooms are destroyed. I was about to call them bob-bombs, and then I realized this wasn't a Mario game. This is Wonderland Secret Worlds. Puzzle game about smiley faces. Okay, so I don't remember if we've seen these arrow switches yet. These are arrow switches that will change direction based on when you step on them, and you can get stuck in an endless loop. So that's why you gotta stop. You gotta stop them by stepping on a specific switch, and then go across them. You gotta be very, very careful. Additionally, you have to be strategic about how you're gonna place your blocks onto them, because they will kind of go back and forth, as you'll see here. Okay, so now I have to stop this at the right time so that I can push this downward. There we go. That's not exactly where I want it. I need it to the right a little bit more. I kind of need it in the center. That's not really how I want it. Come on, try again. There we go. There's a specific way we're supposed to push him down, so there we go. I could go for another box. I don't feel like there's enough time where that'll happen. There we go. Okay. Again, it's a very specific way we're supposed to push all these boxes. Yeah, these letters end up having like one specific solution to where if you don't do it, you're done. You're not going to beat the level. You're going to get stuck. I got stuck on this level many, many times, I assure you, and it was just because of this one part. Alright. I don't want to get stuck on this. So let's push that there for now. We're gonna have 2 boxes by 2 boxes, as you'll see in a second. Alright. We need 2 going straight, we have those 2 there, and then we're gonna have another 2. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it, but I guess you guys will just see it in a second anyway. So, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let's get that to go to the other side. And presto. Perfect. Push that down. Alright. Now we're going to leave that there for now. Just because I fear that I wouldn't have enough time to push it all the way down. Okay. This last one is going to go to the right. And we are going to be done with that for now. We'll get that key in a second. Mushrooms! Yay! Okay. Now the trouble isn't over yet. The little rainbow guy, I believe, like, have we seen him yet? I don't know. I don't remember what we have seen and haven't seen, but that's called a rainbow spirit. It will kill you if it touches you, but sometimes you can use them to your advantage to collect items for you. For now, we're going to go ahead. They can go over water, by the way, those little rainbow spirits. We're going to push this over here. We're going to get our key. Okay. 1 more key, 4 more bonuses, and it's actually not so difficult. What we need to do is we kind of need to, obviously we need to avoid that rainbow spirit, but we need to do it in such a way that, a forest spirit, whatever, rainbow spirit, forest spirit, you need to do this in such a way that I don't get it to go off course. Because if I get rid of these bonuses right here, it's going to go flying all over the place, alright? And I do have to get these bonuses if I want to get a yellow circle on the level. So, alright. There we go. Perfect. Let's get that. Let's get this. Done with the level. Done with Creepy Keep. Huzzah. So why can't we go to Forever Forest just yet? We have 14 gold stars, but we need a map. The map is at a volcano. And we can't go to the volcano just yet because we don't have enough stars to go that way, as you'll see right here. This is how we get to the volcano. We have 14 gold stars, but we need 15. Now there's no other level that'll give us a gold star at the moment. So the only other direction we can go is this way. We need 8 gold stars. We have plenty. Next time, we'll be heading to the mountains. Starting with Kookie's Cottage. Who's Kookie? He's the 4th character you get to play as, and you'll see him next time. Look how big this area is. That about wraps up this part of Wonderland Secret Worlds. I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you all next time in the next part. Bye-bye, humans.